Gordon, my wife cheating on me, and I can't stop watching it.
Yeah. Now I'm locked.
Yeah.
Now I'm locked.
A couple weeks ago, I decided to surprise my wife with a kid-free night out. My parents live about an hour and a half away from us, and I arranged for the kids to stay with them for the weekend. Usually, when I go to my parents, I'm gone until later in the evening. We spend all day there and leave around dinner time. This time, I was dropping off the kids and immediately going back home so I could surprise my wife and we can go out as soon as possible. I had made reservations at a nice restaurant and was hoping to go to a few places for some drinks first. I left at 8:30 and was back in our house planning before 12:30. As I pulled up onto the street, I saw a truck parked in front of the house. I didn't recognize it. I assumed it was someone seeing the neighbor though, because it's not unusual for someone to park in front of our house. I parked a few houses away, thinking I would sneak into the house and surprise my wife, instead of pulling into the driveway and going in through the garage. I went in through the basement door. I was as quiet as I could possibly be, but as soon as I walked in, I heard them making sounds on the floor above.
Oh my God. My heart would be on the floor.
When I first heard it, I thought she was just by herself, maybe having some personal time. I didn't want to interrupt her privacy or embarrass her, so I was just going to go back in the car and just go in the garage so she would know I was home. Then I heard a man's voice. I immediately felt sick. My heart felt like it was going to explode out of my chest. It's hard to describe how I felt in the moment. I decided to go upstairs. I had no desire to confront them. I just wanted to see what was going on. I moved slowly and quietly and went up the stairs.
My heart's really beating. I'm not even joking. My heart is literally beating on my chest as we speak. I'm really locked in.
I moved slowly and quietly and went up the stairs. The door was halfway open. The kitchen was empty, but I could tell they were in the living room. It was obvious what was going on at this point by the sounds. There was nowhere for me to look in the living room without me being seen. I pulled out my phone and opened the camera app. I put my phone just around the corner. I could see my wife with a man I didn't recognize. I won't go into detail on what they were doing, but I think you can figure it out. I started recording it. I was thinking that I need to record it. I need a record of it for whatever I decide to do with it in the future. I just stood there in the kitchen, watching this all unfold on my phone screen. I felt like I could just scream at any moment, but for some reason, I just froze completely. This went on for several minutes.
Oh my God.
She finally jumped off him and made a comment about going to the bedroom, and they went upstairs. She even made a comment about how much time they had left. I walked into the living room and found the guy's pants. I took his wallet out and took pictures of his driver's license. I know his name and his address. I've never met him. I have no idea how he knows my wife either. I left the house the same way I entered. I went back to my car and cried like the pathetic man I am. I decided to watch the video to make sure I recorded it. I watched it all. I sat in my car for at least half an hour. I couldn't drive to my parents and get my kids, as I would have had to explain why. I decided that I would pull in the driveway, open the garage, and just pretend like I was there to surprise her. I took my time getting into the house. I made a lot of noise. When I saw her, she was very flustered, asking me why I was home, etc. She was in a robe, and she said she was just getting ready for a bath. I told her about my plans, and she seemed excited. She poured us both a glass of wine, and she said we should pre-game before getting ready. I don't think I talked very much. She took me into the living room. I'm not proud of what I let happen. I'm gonna read this bit slowly.
Stop.
She took me into the living room. I'm not proud of what I let happen. I could faintly see the guy sneaking downstairs, going into the basement, but I didn't say anything or do anything. I just let my wife continue doing what she was doing to me.
What? He was getting top from his missus, and then he saw next man walk out of his yard, and he just sat there and
just took it.
Oh my God.
Since that day...
This is really real.
Yeah. Since that day, I've watched this video of her repeatedly. I can't bring myself to make any decisions on what I should do next. She seems to know something is wrong with me because she's asked me a few times if I'm okay. I feel worthless, and every time I hit a low point, I watch the video again.
Oh my God.
I feel like I've watched it at least 10 times a day since I caught them. What should I do?
Question. Do you reckon he's fapped to it?
Oh, Christ.
It's dark.
It's dark. I
10 times a day, you man.
Yeah, I think he's probably... I think he has, but in like a crying state.
Yeah, like a shameful...
Like a shameful wank, yeah.
Oh God.
I think he has. I don't know what it is, but I feel like that's the only way he'll be able to get through it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I hear it.
But yeah, that's a dark reading, man.
Oh,
He said he could see the brother walking down the stairs at the corner of his eye, but he couldn't say anything.
He couldn't say anything. He just froze and just let my wife do what she was doing to me.
He said, I'm not proud of this. He called himself a pathetic little man. He called himself that, bro. Oh,
He called himself that. He did.
he did.
He
And
really fucking did.
It's crazy because I can understand the fact that when we talk about scenarios, talk about things that happen, we're like, oh, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do this, we'll do that, blah, blah, blah. This is the love of my life.
You don't know what the fuck you're gonna do until you're there, bro.
Bro, this is love. And he premised it by saying, every time I take my kids to my mum's, I'm there from the morning, I leave at dinner time. So every time I've taken my kids, she could have been doing this every time, bro. Single time.
100%.
Questions like, where did she meet this brother? Why is there van outside my yard? Why is she like, oh, why are you so home early? Let's pregame. Like, she had everything planned out, bro. They were lipsing downstairs and said, haha, let's go to the bedroom. I ain't got much time left. Like, what do you do when you see your wife is that calculated?
Crying in the car like he did, bro.
This is what I'm saying, pathetic little man. Like, you have to convince yourself that this is it. Like, I don't even know. I wouldn't even know where to go from there.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Because in this scenario specifically, he can't go back home or to his parents and pick up the youths because they're going to ask why.
Yeah, let's say, well, go on.
I can't bring that to my family, bro. I can't.
Jesus.
I don't even know if I'll be able to tell you, man, straight away. It would rock my world, bro.
Yeah, it would kill me. I wouldn't be able to tell you, man.
I've got it on my phone. I watch it every day, 10 times a day.
Yeah, I'll be sitting these recordings in silence. You would have to get comedy from me.
Oh, I don't think I'd come to work for a bit.
Really?
I'll make up an excuse. I don't know what I would say. I couldn't come to work.
It would have to be drastic for you. You've never missed a week.
Yeah, I know.
In 5 years.
I know. This is drastic, my boy.
I know it is. So I'm saying, if you're not going to tell me the truth, I don't know what you're going to have to tell me.
I know. But I think Assam. Work would be the last thing on my mind, you know. Would be the last thing on my mind.
Reminds me of Ozark. Do you remember when he's looking at when Wendy cheats on him? Literally, like, right, episode 1.
Yeah.
He keeps rewinding it.
I've seen that.
Yeah. Damn,
Horrible.
man. Damn you, man.
I wouldn't know what to do, bro.
I wouldn't know what to do. And I can see in that moment when he's watching Homeboy trying to sneak out, he's thinking, this is the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Because I could kick up a fuss, Broski could just knock me out.
Bro.
And then I got to argue with him, I got to argue with her. Like, the safety aspect, who is this bro? Is he going to come in here and kill me? Like, I don't know what's going on.
You're not the man in the yard, you're just a man in the yard.
Stop. I'd have to get out there. I'd have to get out of there, man. I couldn't do it.
Well, you just confront a boom. I got the video, boom, drop it and then show us.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'd show her the video. I don't know if I'd have the stomach to show the video. Because, like, my hand will be shaking, giving it to her. And as I'm hearing it, as I'm watching her watch it, my hand, I know I will just be a frazzled mess. I don't know if I could bring myself to show her the video.
You'd have to, though.
I don't know if I had.
Because she would be wanting proof as to why you're leaving.
The thing is as well, I'm also not playing that shit.
Yeah.
You know you did it. I know you know. I don't need to prove anything to you. Just get out. Or I'm getting out. I'm not, like, what's this? Like, I get what you're saying. She'd want that, but I don't, we're done. It's not like I'm accusing you, but I want to work it out and she wants proof because of this. Nah, it's over. You had a man in this yard. And if she wants proof, then I could be like, I saw him leave our yard while you were giving me top. I saw him.
And if she
I know
decides to
his
double...
name. I've got his fucking details.
That's what I'm saying. You got to show something, is what I'm saying.
I don't think I do have to show her something,
If
no.
she's going to double down on, if she's like a really shitty person, decides to double down on the gaslighting, then it's just going to push you more and more towards being like, do you know what, fuck it, here.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. In that
Maybe if
scenario.
I'm willing to entertain the argument.
Right.
But if I'm just like, bro, you're a cheat. You've had man up in my yard. Hopefully that should...
Be enough.
Yeah, that should be enough. If she's like, what are you talking about? Who told you that? No one told me. I saw it. I saw the van outside the yard. I saw him leave the yard. That should be enough.
That should be enough, yeah. She'll freeze.
Yeah, she's not going to be like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, like, damn. I really get that as well. Watching it 10 times a day would break me.
Yeah, man.
But I damn, this is the thing that stresses me out about, like, I've always said that in relationships, I remember you saying one time, the reason you wanted to be financially stable was so that you could provide for everyone, or you were too scared to have kids in the future because you were scared you won't be able to provide for them and all that kind of stuff. One of my biggest things has always been, I think I've said this before, I fear being in a relationship where I'm with someone and I don't want to be here and she doesn't want to be here, but we're locked and it's easier to suffer together than it is for me to like break up with her, or like if I break up with her, I've got nowhere to go, or she's got nowhere to go and all this kind of stuff. So you just tolerate shit, which I think is actually like most marriages. Like realistically, if you're paying a mortgage on your yard, who realistically has enough money to just go rent a new spot and just start again.
Yeah.
Get a new car, get a new yard, and pay child support if you've got kids and all this kind of stuff. Like, no one has that money. So it's like, I reckon most people.
not that easy.
Yeah, it's not that easy, bro. Most people will just suffer. So I reckon maybe in this, I don't want to speak out of turn. Obviously, love is a big factor, but I would fear that in that scenario, finding myself in a position where it's like, all I want to do is show this video and be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But where do I go? Where do I actually go?
What do I tell my kids?
What do I tell my kids? What do I tell my parents when I'm knocking on their door saying, can I stay with you guys for a few months while I get my shit together? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why does my life have to be ruined because this thing is just cheating on me?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Sticky. That's probably the most locked in I've been on a dilemma. I said, I'm not proud. I just let her do it while I watch the guy leave my house. That bit hit me.
Bro, that's insane.
Where did you find that?
Twitter, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, Twitter.
I couldn't do that. He couldn't be in my blurred vision. And he's
There's a
just
periph.
sneaking
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
fuck off.
How did he?
Because I go soft straight away. That's
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say
thing.
she will be tangled. Yeah, it's dental floss now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dental floss in there.
I don't know how he maintained.
Yeah, I don't get
compost.
that.
Through
You
shame
can
and panic,
see-
bro.
And also, he
Shame and
said
panic
he
would
was
make me with that,
addicted.
bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but he struggled through it, bro.
What were you gonna say, Rem? Sorry.
Sorry. Before he mentioned the 10 times a day, watching 10 times a day, he said he watches it over and over on his worst days. But then when he said the 10 times a day, that made it sound like that was just the norm.
Oh yeah, and then 10 is the standard,
So
and
10
on
is
the
the
really low
standard,
days it's 20.
Yeah.
It's just on repeat.
That's why it's probably fat to it. Yeah, you're right.
I reckon he's
He
fat to
probably
it.
has.
I think he has.
I think that's probably too far to put onto it, but
Yeah.
I reckon he's fat to it.
And that's when your mental state is in disarray. You can't even unpack that.
You
to
can't
a
even look yourself in the
to a
mirror.
psychiatrist.
Yeah, you can't even bring
therapist or
yourself to
anyone.
tell a therapist that.
Yeah, you can't, bro. Fuck. The therapist will be locked.
Oh, this is juicy.
Oh,
this
my
is
day.
this is what I went to school for.
Sharon, clear my schedule.
You need 2 sessions a day every day.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. She's like, start from the beginning. Start all the way from the beginning.
should be locked.
Yeah, where did you meet? That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'll take my shoes off.
Yeah.
I'll take my fucking shoes off. Where did you meet?
My God, I wouldn't even want the money. I just want the
yeah,
story.
yeah, pro bono.
Yeah, I want the story.
Yeah, you're really sick.
Yeah.
You're
You're
really
really
sick.
sick.
I'm gonna do this free of charge.
Fucking
Yeah, wow,
Oh,
you're sick.
Jokes.
We really need to get to the crux.
Oh my God.
Sharon, clear my schedule. Yeah,
my
100%.
schedule.
We're not leaving this. That'd be too
Wow.
juicy.
Wow.
I'd have to tell myself a partner. I'd have to.
Facts. I break all the rules. Facts. I couldn't be a
Fuck
therapist, you man.
Fuck privilege.
I couldn't be a therapist.
Yeah,
I
no.
love tea.
Same. I'll tell it on this podcast. I would tell people's home truths on this podcast.
Oh my God.
I love tea so much. That's gist.
Oh, that gist is the one. It's
That's
gist.
gist.
Yeah, man. Fuck it hell.
Yikes.
Yeah, but that's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
I
that's
need to find more stories like that.
yeah, same.
I need to find more stories.
That's a home truth, boy.
Yeah.